Now we're gonna move on to our for of loop, and this loop is used specifically for arrays. It's really similar to a normal for loop, going to be a more concise way of writing our loop. To create this, we want to start off with our for keyword, followed by our parentheses, declare our variables here using our let keyword, and now we actually want to create an array here because we want to pass the index and the value from our array into this for of loop here. So we're going to type index and then we're going to type value. And now we want to specify our array that we're going to use using the of keyword, and then we want to specify array1, and then if you only leave this as array1, you're going to run into issues. What you need to do is turn array1 into key value pairs so you can actually display both the array index and value by typing entries followed by your parentheses, and this is going to be an array method that we're going to be using. Now what we want to do is create our text variable one more time, make this equal to this loop has run, and then we want to specify our index, but we need to add 1 to our index because again arrays are 0 index, and we need to add our parentheses so this line of code runs before it adds our string. And then the mistake that I made is that this parenthesis actually needs to go right at the end of this portion here. So this needs to be written exactly how I have it. Then we're going to add our times at the end, and then we now want to specify the values of our array by simply adding our value at the end. And now we want to console.log our text variable just like so. Go ahead and save that, and now you guys can see this loop has run 1 time, first loop. This loop is run 2 times for our second loop. So what's happening here is we are taking our array1 and then we're converting that into key value pairs. And you guys can see what that does by simply typing out array1 dot entries over here. And now it will show you guys, and I actually need to add my parentheses here, so it will show you guys that this is creating an array iterator and it's creating the values that you need to actually use this for of loop. So now what happens is we take our array, create our key value pairs, and then we take our index and the values from our array. Then we are simply putting our index here and adding 1, so it displays 1 here, and then we are displaying our value from our array here. Then we're logging out this entire message, and then we are running our loop again. And this type of loop does not need to be incremented. It's only going to run for the amount of indices that you have in your specified array. So in our case, it's going to run twice because we have 2 values within our array 1, and that's why it's running 2 times. If you guys have any questions about using the for of loop in JavaScript, let us know down below in the comments. Click the card above to see what happens next.